Hello folks, and welcome back to more Stasis Bone Totem. And when last we left off, we blew a hole in a wall. Thought Moses had died. Read some information on the Russians that were trapped here. And now we're inside the submarine and we have access to move forward. So let us go and see what lies beyond.
I do not like this.
What was this? A prison?
Oh, no. It was a pantry.
Cayne.
Oh, mate. The lower torso has been carved away, most of the ribs pried out, leaving little but clumps of ancient gristle clinging to the bones. Gnaw marks stand proud against the pristine cartilage. The cadaver is the most intact, but for a bound stump hand, judging by the pools of dried blood beneath, another had been cut apart here before this poor soul took their place. White linen and canvas have been laid across the floor and pushed under the bodies, deployed with morbid anticipation as impromptu surgical sheeting. And the corpse was flayed when fresh, its meat stripped from the back and lower arms. Interestingly, this hermetically sealed chamber has preserved the muscle as if it was exposed yesterday. The piping has been smashed and partially dismantled, a selection of curved shards laying out below. A cluster of pressure wheels and valves burst from the wall, their labels far too eroded to discern their original function, and the collection of seasoning salts and various sauces at first suggest a desperate collection of meagre supplies, though their presence here suggests a bleaker application. The remains have been laid out in an almost ritualistic fashion. Scoops of meat have been carved out from the neck and torso, while nearby supplies stand ready. And the mounds of blankets, clothing and cushions moulder next to a collapsed deposit of sanctioned 20th century Soviet literature. The material possibly donated to comfort the incarcerated appears to have been scorned and left untouched. Seems we have a way out that way, or no, I think that's the way I came in, possibly? Desiccated remnants of bloody handprints pattern the door surface, along with two blood-stained bullet holes. Oh, we have a document. We got to take a look. And deterioration and corrosion. Deterioration and corrosion have fastened the torpedo in place. And the stairway down is flooded with fouled water, teeming with clumps of dark particulates and reeking of sewage and decay. And vacant torpedo sockets clutch at empty air, their intended munition forcefully extracted. And the torpedo lies dismounted and desecrated, loose panelling evidence to the cannibalism of parts. And rusted sprockets sit cradled within the grasp of pressure nodes and twirled wiring. And the out-of-commission ordnance sits embraced within the bosom of several deteriorated hardware. First of all, let's examine the torpedo.
Another bomb.
This one's a little more powerful, Bear.
Is that a nuke?
Yes, a smaller warhead, designed for minimal fallout, maximum destruction. And likely radioactive after all this time. A relic of another era.
Hot diggity damn. I don't think I have what I need to access this just yet, so looks like we need some kind of a key card. Let's take a look over here.
This is a door. But how can it open?
The radiation door, my friend. It was only open in cases of exposure. The escape suits would lie beyond it. You must open it.
Radiation.
In the possibility of a hull breach, the watertight seal will be deployed unless radioactive materials are detected in the torpedo room. Okay, so we need to find a way to kick off the rads. Let's examine the document.
While I am cut off and likely to soon perish, I do so with a light heart, knowing that Nikolai will protect the men, including my brother, Kisa, to his last breath. If they must face death, he will guide them to a noble end. Kisa, I pray that you remember my advice to you. Do you not let your emotions control you. You are a good man and a fine sailor. You have won the men's respect by your virtues, and I knew you would. Please help Nikolai. I know you do not trust him, but he is a good man, the best I have ever known. Gronk is a genius, and at his core a decent person, but he will not be able to support Nikolai alone. He will need your strength. Please, brother, do this for me. Dmitri, no going back. Save their souls. 29th of April, 82. I lost 2 people today. Kisa is dead by the hand of the man I trusted most. I know his murder is not my fault, but I cannot help feeling it is my responsibility. And this burden weighs too heavily. I have lost my dear brother, who only wanted to protect those in need, and my closest friend, whoever that man is out there. It is not the Nikolai I knew. There's no reason left for me to fight. I'd apologize for leaving you alone with this mess, Dmitri, but you just tell me to stop pissing around and get on with it, and so I shall. Oh, well, I guess we've got to go back this way, because it was a little more... So that's... I'm pretty sure that's the way we came in, so what's this way? Oh, hello. What have we got here, then? Trickles of old, dried body fluids snake down the length of the ladder. Bloodied boot prints stain the steps, while dark crimson smears run the length of handrails. And the legs of the pew have warped with rot, a sodden blackness slowly creeping upward. Bedding and blankets have been stowed underneath, partially submerged in the lake of water. And the miniature library containing volumes of religious anecdotes slowly collapses under its weight, threatening to plummet the reverent writing into the water below.
Books, Charlie.
All rotting where they lay.
Captain must have been a religious guy.
One of the old religions. Russian Orthodox would make sense.
Before Cayne killed God.
Interesting.
Relics. Memories of the lost that no one even remembers. All those who pass suffer this fate. To be forgotten.
Not everyone. I will never forget hope.
You are an empathic spirit, my friend. I admire you.
Farran, stay awake, Farran.
I am trying, Moses. With all my strength.
Oh, hello.
Shiny. A puzzle.
An impossible one, I'm afraid. The numbers on the dials have worn off. Or were never there.
Nothing is impossible.
Huh, okay. Can't use that to pry. Right, we have all the tools here. Slap a live grenade in there? No? Nope. Bear trap? Nope. Looks like I can peel that away somehow. Oh, there it is. Right, I'm not entirely sure what's occurring here. Okay, let's come out and back in and see if that resets it.
These locks move behind the door. I wish I could hear the sound they make.
Oh, okay. Right. Hold on. 17. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That one's 15. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Ingenious Moses.
Oh my god.
Cleverest bear.
Watching you is inspirational. I am glad I am here for the story. However it ends, I am unsure to what depths of despair I would sink without you, my friend.
Okay, my elation at actually pulling that puzzle off. I had no idea. I was just figuring out how many clicks it took to activate the sound wave, and here we are inside the safe. Oh man. I pulled off a puzzle and had no idea. I knew all along, really. I am a genius. I'm taking a picture of that, picture. Alright, we got some stuff here. So we have a torpedo key. And a flare. Let's check out the rest of the room, shall we? Myriad piles of logbooks and charts have been hastily stacked, pages marked with scraps and dog-eared bends. Any logs of note have been scrawled over in deep red ink and appear to be the ravings of a madman. The table has been converted into a makeshift altar, the draped sheet flanked by ritualistic candles, and the mangy carpeting, likely once luxurious, is discoloured by algae and pockmarked by disintegration. The sleeked surface squelches underfoot, coming apart in clouds of fabric. A tower of religious texts, yellowed pages worn and frayed by heavy use. and the dilapidated banner bearing the emblem of the Russian Orthodox Church hangs ragged and torn as it succumbs to age and decay, and knots of intertwined webbing writhe along the edges of the chamber, nesting within the shadows and crevices. And age and rot have caused the interior of the drawers to collapse, decaying shelving and mildewed contents crumbling into a sodden heap at the base. Let's examine the altar.
So young, so proud.
Baked beans. Okay, I could put the baked beans on there, but a live grenade was too much, apparently. I chewed it a bit and it left a weird taste in my mouth. Blech. Fucking Moses, what are you doing? Beans, beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. Hello, a sword without a blade. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Right, we're going to give this to Charlie, along with the sword without a blade. Let's see whether or not Charlie can put her ingenuity to some use. The blade has been replaced, but age and rot have compromised the device's function. Won't be surprised if it falls apart when used. Okay, so I've got scales on the altar, not entirely sure what that's about. Can Mac open up the bean can without tools? Failing that, might need the knife. Okay, let's pop that in. Oh, I didn't mean to switch to... right, dagger. Let's combine the dagger with the beans, see whether or not we can use the dagger to open the tin. Apparently not. Let's give Moses back all the toys that we have right now. Alright, let's examine this document.
10th of April, 82. The lemur is no longer operational. We are stranded. Andre is gone, drowned. He went against both my advice and direct orders. I had no choice but to seal all of the engineering when the flooding started. He should have followed orders. He should have listened. God protect us all. 18th April 82. A tribulation, that is what this is. A test from God to gauge if we are worthy of rejoining Him. The devils outside try our minds, while inside we tear at our own hearts. But they must understand this is His way. He is faithful and just. If we confess our sins, He will forgive and purify us from all unrighteousness. And so we shall be delivered. I shall save these men. 26th of April 82. Many will be purified, made spotless and refined, but the wicked will continue to be wicked. You intended to harm me, Kaiser, but God intends all things for good, the completion of our task, the salvation of our souls. None of the wicked will understand, but those who are wise will understand. It is of more importance to the Lord that a man acknowledge and confess his sickness and cry for help in his heart than with his tongue, for the tongue is capable of deception, but the heart is not. 10th of May, 82. I have failed them. They are lost to sin. Gonkarov roams my ship with his pack, his rage unchecked. Igorovich indulges the men's gluttony, disrespecting his sacred duty. Gronk has disappeared entirely, surrendered to sloth. And Sergei succumbs to fits of dread despite my ministrations, my attempts to mold him into a man. a man like Andre. Andre, I failed most of all. I failed you most of all. With your strength you could have saved them. The evil shall not stand in thy sight. 14th of May 82. The devil calls to me. They know the time has come. There calls crescendo in my soul, so I say, my strength has perished, and so has my hope from the Lord. If we cannot be saved, then I shall be the one to deliver us to damnation. Most Holy Virgin, look upon me, I smile for you. 30th of May 82. I thought I heard a voice, heard the voice of God, but I was wrong. I then heard the voice of Satan, but I was wrong again. The mundane notions of man kept fooling me into thinking there was a purpose in our being stranded here. I have led these men into sin, and they went willingly. Even young Sergei, so fearful, so pure, he partook of our craven feasts with equal zeal. They are awash in sin, and I with them. Why does it say he prayed with himself? Why not aloud? Because God listens more carefully to what his heart says than his lips. What a man thinks and feels as he prays to God is more important than the words his tongue forms. The tongue is capable of delusion, but the heart does not delude. It shows a man who he is. 7th of June, 82. I hear the devil shrieking again. They are product of my broken mind, but the shrieks seem so real, so insistent. The putrid rot of sin exacts its toll. I'm certain the other men are suffering too. I could have Sarza from his... I could save Sarza from his pain, his timorousness. But I cannot grant relief to the others. They would prevent me. There is another way. The torpedoes remain untouched, still bristling with power. Their arming key is hidden in my safe. So will God choose between two men for his house, and will choose not the one who appears outwardly righteous, but the one whose heart is filled with God's healthy righteousness. I shall bring this demonic circus down, Andre, and rejoin you at last. So he was going to nuke the base. Shocking. Right, can't do much with the scales at the moment, as I can't do much with the can of beans. But I have a torpedo key now. I don't know if I should be playing with this damn thing. Let's do a quick save, shall we?
This symbol, it is bad.
You got that right. Looks like it has a radiation shield, too.
Mose, please be careful.
And not just for his sake. That thing goes off, it takes all of us.
Yeah. Okay, so... Yellow is 1, I think. Red is 4. And blue is 2. One. 2, 3, 4.
I have a new bomb.
Oh, good job, Mose. Good job.
Yes, taking that picture on my phone was well worth it. It's fun to play on this like a drum. Don't do that, Mose. Jesus H. Christ. We need to take a look. Activate the flare? No. Sealed nuclear warhead. What happens when we combine the flare with the nuclear warhead? Nothing! Okay, let's switch back to Mac here. Right, we've charged up our battery on here. So the only place for Mac to go now, I believe, is we've got to figure out what to do with the pod. But I don't think that's going to let me leave until I figure out what's on the other side of this weird door over here. And I can't even say I know what to do with that. Door mechanism. The drive mechanism revolves freely. A smattering of blood and guts have something to do with it. So Mac's going to get all the toys, and we're going to just try clicking on everything to see what floats. Does that work? No, so we can't flare it open. Nope. Beams! They are not the tool we need. Ah, this is where we stick a nuclear warhead. We blow the door open. Can we cut it open? No. Are you fucking kidding me?
I can reach the wheel now.
Smart, Mac.
Depends on what's behind it.
God damn! I had the answer to that all along. Oh boy. This looks like it's going to be fun. But you know what, folks? You know what's more fun? Leaving it here and coming back to it when we return. And that's always more fun. And until we meet again, folks, I hope you have enjoyed this installment of Stasis Bone Totem. And we are making some decent forward progress. Let us see where it takes us next time. Take it easy, folks. Bye-bye.